I kept telling them, and I've been saying to them, watch out for Kaizer Chiefs, because the moves that they are doing come next season, Kaizer Chiefs is going to be a very dangerous team because of the acquisition and the type of players that they are acquiring. As of now, as of me talking to you, it has been established that Kaizer Chiefs wants to sign a striker all the way from Kenya, and I'm about to unpack. You know, this story, I must say, give credit to ekickoff.com. They are the one who broke the story to us. As of now, we speak of this story because of them. But then, you know, I'm about to unpack everything in the story, provided that you are interested. If you are interested, then please stick around. As you stick around, there's only one favor that I'm requesting from you, and that favor is that you subscribe, you like the video, and you comment in the comment section below. Why do you need to do all of these things? You need to do it because it does help out a lot when it comes to the YouTube algorithm to promote and spread this video to as many people as possible. So the power is in your hands. Now, speaking about the fact that the power is in your hands, there's one thing that, guys, we need to do, and that is to upload Kaizer Chiefs as far as their approach is concerned. What we then have to encourage them is that please do sign young players, right? And then, yeah, because, guys, it does not make any human sense that we always criticize. In fact, before you can criticize, you must compliment in everything that a person is doing well or an institution. Then it affords you the right to criticize the institution, because then it reflects that you have the best interest for them. At this moment, we have to stand here and say it appears like Kaizer Chiefs are on the right path. Speaking of Kaizer Chiefs being on the right path, this is what they are doing. According to ekickoff.com, the source revealed the following. Chiefs have shown interest. They are monitoring a striker in Kenya, a source told them. He is currently the best striker, best player in the Kenyan Premier League. There's also interest from overseas that I expect. Now, this guy, he's called Omala, has scored 23 goals in 25 games for Gomania, and he is currently the top goal scorer in the Kenyan Premier League. Right, but he signed if signed, Omala could join Ovela, Ochin, and Watwate Onyango, and among Kenyan player playing trade in the DStv Premiership. So it remains to be seen if that's going to be possible. Now, reading the fact that he's got 23 goals out of 25 games, that means it's on ratio. If we calculate this on ratio, we could easily say it's only in 2 games where he did not score goals. All the games that he has played so far. So technically we are saying he's so best that he couldn't score goals in only 2 games. Number 2, the age. We hear that Kaizer Chiefs are on the building phase. So if you are on the building phase, you need to use material that is going to last you longer. Now, I'm sorry to use the word material. Maybe other people might think that you are dehumanizing human being. But what I'm trying to say is, whatever you are using in building, it has to be something that is going to last you longer. Otherwise, it doesn't make sense to build using old material. Why? Because old material might get old and easily so, and sooner than, just soon after you build it. So you cannot be hearing that you are signing Andile Chali, the 33-year-old, whilst you are saying you are building. Well, maybe the counter argument could be that we are balancing young and experience. Yes, I somehow they can be justifiable. But then at the same time, I'm trying to say to you, it makes sense if we hear them monitoring youngsters. However, I must warn them. They did the same thing. They went all the way to Ethiopia and monitored a very prolific striker in the DStv Premiership in the name of Nazar Abubakar. At the end of it all, they did not sign the striker. And guess who didn't even spend much of their time monitoring? They just signed the striker. Mamelodi Sundowns did it. And you can't falter Sundowns there. You can't blame them. You cannot and you should not blame Mamelodi Sundowns for that. What you should do is you should just say, congratulations to Mamelodi Sundowns for doing the right thing in signing the player. Other people might think we are against Sundowns when we do criticize Sundowns. Well, we don't criticize Sundowns because we hate Sundowns, but we call out Sundowns when Sundowns they are not doing what they're supposed to be doing. But in this instance, we are saying Sundowns did not waste their time. They got a proof that this player was a good player. Instead of just constantly monitoring the player, they just went out there and signed the player. Look at what the player is doing. The player does not even know English to begin with, but they made sure that he understands football language and has been delivering for Sundowns. He even went as far as, I think, have he scored 2 goals against Kaizer Chiefs so far? I'm not mistaken, but he tormented Kaizer Chiefs. So, what I'm saying is, we cannot sit here and be told about the fact that Kaizer Chiefs, they are monitoring the striker. How long is it going to take for them to act before Orlando Pirates overtakes them and sign? Because they're not going to just sit there and monitor, right? So, and at the same time, I like the approach that Kaizer Chiefs they are taking. In the DStv Premiership, they are monitoring as well a striker by the name of Ashley Cupido. He's 22 years of age. So you've got the way in which they profile their players. It just tells you that we're building young squad, but with experience, yet with talent as well, and proven track record. Because you've got Ashley Cupido, 22 years of age, doing well for Cape Town Spurs, and that player as well. They are competing with Pirates. Pirates have got a striker there by the name of Radiopane. The same striker, Radiopane, is very young. I think also he's around 19, 20 as well. He's scoring goals left, right, and center. Cape Town Spurs is coached by Sean Bartlett, a former Kaizer Chiefs player. So Cape Town Spurs itself, they are competing they are now in the race to win the promotion to be promoted into the DStv Premiership, into the DStv Premiership. So they profile play. I'm talking about Kaizer Chiefs being able to profile players that are doing well for their clubs, but at the same time they are young. But then there's a competition there. So if you move away from Cape Town City where they've profiled Ashley Cupido, you just go to Ethiopia, you find that they've profiled a striker young as 21 years of age. Then you're like, there's a vision and there's a mission in how they profile these players. You come back to South Africa, they've gone to Amazulu, they want to sign Maduna. How old is Maduna? Around 23. Young player as well. So I don't know if you see the strategy in how they are profiling these players and the way in which they move. They've recently signed Msimang, 25 years of age. Do you see what I'm saying? So you can tell that, okay, in terms of the profiling, that suits what they've taught us that they are doing and that is building. There's actually a correlation with their statement. The only thing is, do not spend much of your time monitoring players, sign players. If you know that you've profiled them correctly, stop monitoring until Jesus comes again. No, sign players. That's all I'm going to say. But the profiling, guys, it's on another level and we need to appreciate that. Lastly, it's like, guys, the profiling suits what Kaizer Chiefs are trying to do. Look at this now. You've got a goalkeeper by the name of Mlefe, young. You've got, he hasn't played yet. You've got Samgalo Zwane, young. Dudush Shabalala, young. Mashiane, young. Like, you name good players that are young who are playing for Kaizer Chiefs. Now you are bringing in young players with experience. Guys, it's just, I just don't know how best can I relate it. There is just this nice movement or direction. The only thing, hey, I don't know how best can I emphasize this. If you know anyone from Kaizer Chiefs management, please tell them this, that I say. The only problem is just monitoring players. Sign players, please. Sign players. That's all we are calling for. Guys, please tell me in the comment section below, what do you think of this, right? Me and you guys, we're gonna get into the comment section below. We're gonna have that nice and respectful conversation about the direction in which Kaizer Chiefs they are taking. So I'm looking forward to that conversation. As of me and you guys, we'll see each other in the next video. But until the next video, good people, remember to take care. I love you guys.